Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called Backwoods Beauty Queen by Florida Georgia Line. And it starts out with this really cool intro lick. We're going to end up capoing this on 3rd fret to kind of match the recording. But you can start off on the B string on the 3rd fret, and then open E, and then 3rd on the B, and then 1st fret on the B, and then 2nd on the G, and then open G, and then 1st fret on the B, 2nd on the G, 2nd on the D, and then open G, and then 2nd on the G. So it's kind of cool. That cool little melody at the beginning is kind of that D, D, C, A, G, C, A, E, G, A, 3, 0, 3, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2. So we want to kind of play around with that. And that like kind of happens around an A minor chord. When we play A minor, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D string 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the G string on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now through the intro, it almost kind of sounds like we stay on A minor 4 times, and then we kind of start kind of our main, one of our main chorus progressions is A minor, and then we go to a G major chord. When we play G major, first finger goes to A on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the low E string on the 3rd fret, and 3rd finger on the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. And then from the G major, we're going to be going to an F major chord. When we play F major, if you know the bar F major, you do your first finger across the entire 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G string 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the A string 3rd fret, and the pinky on the D string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now, a good substitute for that, though, is something called F major 7. When you play F major 7, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G string 2nd fret, and then 3rd finger on the D string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7. It sounds really groovy happy. And then from the F, we go back to G major, and then we go to A minor, and our G major, and then we do this cool little hit on an F major to a D minor chord. When we play D minor, first finger goes to the high E on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G string 2nd fret, and the 3rd or the 4th finger on the B string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D minor chord. It sounds really sad. It's the saddest key. It's what they're said. So through that part, actually, you could kind of work just downs. And actually, there's a lot of kind of some moments, especially later on in the chorus, where you may want to kind of work just kind of 2 downs and kind of kill it through that chord progression, especially later on. But a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting and kind of support my voice, I like using something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So you took the A minor and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we tried that through our intro progression. We'd have that A minor, da, 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 A minor, down, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, F, down, and then you may want to kind of hit that D minor a little early on the very end. So F with kind of a down, down, D minor, up. Or another strum pattern that could work through the tune is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what a 16th note is where if you tap in your foot of the beat, right now we're kind of dividing that beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, down, up. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the A minor and do a down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you do on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you're doing a down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you're doing an up on 2, down on 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And on the last beat, you're going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So all together, you got down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Now if we try to it through that intro part. The weird part is on the A minor and the G and the F, you may feel like just doing kind of a down, down, down up through those chords. Kind of taking the first half of the strum pattern and using it that way. And then when we get to that last F D minor, there's kind of this cool variation where you can do F with kind of a down, up, and then kind of hit that D minor with the second. It's kind of a variation on the 16th. So you'd have F down, up, D minor down. So if we tried that through our intro, we'd have A minor, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, F, down, down, up, D, down, down, up, A minor, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, F, up, D minor. And we'll basically be repeating those parts in variations until we get to our bridge part. And from the D minor, on our bridge part, we kind of go to a C major chord. When we play C major, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret, third finger on the A string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really happy. And there's this cool little hit on the D minor into a C and then an A minor actually for our bridge. Now, if this seems a little weird to you, you actually could kind of work just downs through that chord progression when we hit that part. Or if you want to kind of get the strumming into it, you could do the D minor with kind of a down, down, C on the up, and then kind of hit your A minor for a down, up, down, D minor, down, down, C on the up, A minor, down, up, down, D minor, down, C on the up, A minor, down, up, down. We end up doing that 4 times, and then at the very end we kind of hit our F, and then our G, A minor, and then there's this really cool hit from kind of a G to a C, and then we go to an F, and then G, and then our D minor, and then back to G. You might want to mix that up with downs, or kind of filling it in with the 16th note pattern at the end. And on that G, C, if you want to kind of vary the 16th, you could do G with kind of a down, down, and then hit the C for the up, down, down, up, down. So if you want to kind of get that G, C lick in there. Now the weird part is to play along with Florida Georgia Line though, instead of starting on an A minor chord, they're starting on a C minor chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 3rd fret, then now your A minor is really a C minor chord, your F major is really an A flat major, your C major is really an E flat major, and your G is really a B flat major, and your D minor is really an F minor. But to take it from the very beginning, you may want to kind of use that opening lick to kind of start the tune off. That could be kind of a cool way to kind of work it, kind of just kick it off. People be like, "Oh my gosh, Backwoods Beauty Queen, I love that song." So you may want to kind of think about using that intro lick. Or you could kind of go into the strumming, and we could do that with the down, down, up, down, up. And have A minor, down, up, down, up, 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 A minor, G, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, F, down, kind of letting that hang. Or we could try that with our 16th pattern and have A minor, G, F, G, A minor, G, F, up, D minor. And then from there, we'll be going into our verse part. And our verse kind of follows a very similar form to our intro. So we tried that next verse with kind of our down, down, up, down, up. We have kind of this big A minor, and then we kind of pick it up on our A minor, and then we start A minor, G, F, G, A minor, G, F, G, and then from there we'll be going into kind of our first chorus. And we're kind of following that same progression, kind of throwing on kind of an F and a G tag at the very end. So we tried that with our 16th pattern, you'd have A minor, down, down, B, down, down, up, F, down, down, up, B, down, down, up, A minor, down, down, up, B, down, down, up, F, down, down, up, B, down, down, up, A minor, down, down, up, B, down, down, up, F, down, down, up, B, down, down, up, B, got an F, kind of repeat, kind of let that G hang at the end of the chorus. And then from there, then we go into kind of an intro return, and you'll kind of hear that little lick kind of coming back from the intro, and you might want to kind of bring that lick back, or you could just strum through that. Now, a lot of times with a song like this, though, too, something else I like to add is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, you can throw in a bass note for the chorus. So on the A minor, you'd have the A for the bass. On the G, you'd have the low E for the bass. On the F bar, you'd have the low E for the bass. And on the F major 7, you'd have the D for the bass. On the C, you'd have the A for the bass. And on the A minor, you'd have the A string for the bass. And so if we tried that intro return with kind of a bass down, up, down, up, you'd have A minor, then A bass, G with low E bass, F for the bass, down, up, down, G with low E bass, A minor, then A bass, G with low E bass, F bass, down, up, down, G with low E bass. And then from there, then we would go into our second verse. And so we could kind of add basses to our 16th pattern too. And there's this cool variation on the second verse where it's almost like you hang on the A minor twice instead of kind of doing the G. So it's almost like A minor gets substituted for the G. So we tried that with our 16th pattern. We could do the A minor, F for the bass, down, down, G low E bass, A minor, A bass, F for the bass, down, down, G. But then we kind of start our move from the A minor, G. You kind of hear that the bass part kind of picking up. F, G, A minor, then A bass, G with low E bass, F for the bass, G with low E bass. And then from there, then we'll be going into our next chorus. If we kept that going with our bass 16th pattern, you'd have A minor, G, F, G, A minor, G, F, G, A minor, G, F, G. We got back to kind of backtrack to the F. And then we kind of get our whole pattern on the G. Kind of lead into our bridge part. So on our bridge part, you could kind of do just those downs on the D minor, C, and the A minor. D minor, C, A minor. Or you could kind of fill that in with strumming with the down, down, C on the up, A minor, up, down, down, D minor, down, down, C on the up, down, D minor, C, A minor, D minor, C, A minor. And then from there, then we kind of go into it to kind of where the words start on the bridge. And we kind of pick it up on our F. So we have our F, G with low E bass, D minor, A bass, and our G, C, F, G with low E bass, D minor, E bass, G with low E bass. And then from there, then we kind of go into a solo part that's kind of like our main chorus progression. So we have A minor, G, F, G. Or you can kind of take all these ideas and kind of find a way that works for you and kind of mix it up a little bit too. G. And then from there, then we go into kind of our next verse. And our next verse kind of starts with just a couple of A minors, actually, almost kind of like a blocking idea. And then we kind of go to an F for kind of a down. And then we kind of pick it back up. So then we got A minor, G, backtrack to our F, G, F, G, F, G. Kind of have that stop time on the last G. And then from there, we'll be going into our outro part, which is kind of that A minor, G, F, G. Now, if you know there are licks around those chords, or other strum patterns that would work, feel free to kind of make the song your own that way, kind of mix it up, kind of how you're feeling. G, and then we got a big A minor. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Backwoods Beauty Queen by Florida Georgia Line. So good luck!